Okay, and this is where she becomes a little more valuable. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. We could probably use the exhaust off of this too. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Don't do it, right? Don't do it. This is a Cadillac Hearse. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back at it again for another Copart walk around. I know we missed last week, and I do want to apologize for those of you that love the Copart walk arounds, but truthfully, it was slim pickings last week, and I didn't feel like there was anything really content worthy to bring you guys. So we're going to make up for it this week. I think we got some good cars coming this week, and on top of that, I got a bonus video we're going to do for Copart walk arounds. I haven't figured out how I'm going to schedule that yet, because usually my Copart walk-arounds are Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So maybe I'll do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then Monday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, we're going to jump right into this with a Ford F-150. Here's a 2013 Ford F-150. It's got the 5.0. It is four-wheel drive. A lot of you guys have been asking me to show more pickup trucks. So we're going to show more pickup trucks, all right? Starting with this one. This one took an interesting hit over here. We'll show you that in just a minute. But let's take a look around. I think the rest of the truck looks really good. The miles are a little high, but, you know, the 5.0 Coyote motor is a good motor. She's solid. I got faith that the truck is probably going to be fine for a long time to come. 172,000 miles on the clock. And I don't know what happened here, but obviously something rubbed up against here, so that's something taken into consideration. You got some nice fuel wheels. You got, of course, the Toyo Open Country all-terrains. Let's see, they're probably 20s would be my guess. And they are 125, no, yes, 20s. There we go. There we go, 125. Yeah, no, not on this. They are 20s. A little scrape on the back of the bed here. And you got a little ding back here as well. It's got some dual exhaust. That's nice. Flex fuel vehicle, of course, because the Coyote is a flex fuel engine. The tires look good. The wheels look good. The rest of the body looks pretty good. Running board's good. But it did take a hit over here. All right, it took a fairly low hit. To me, this is a work truck, and I don't care. This is nothing. This means nothing to me. Okay, so the lower valance here is damaged. No big deal. It's just plastic, guys. The grill's okay. The headlight is not. The tabs are obviously broken there, but you're going to need a bumper. Then there's this lower piece here, which honestly, I just probably rip that off. I wouldn't worry about it. Looks like everything... Ooh, hey, careful there. Looks like everything else under here is okay. I don't see any real damage. Take a look under there at the suspension. No, she's fine, guys. It's really not that big a deal. It's probably totaled because it's got a lot of miles on it. Had a little bit of pre-existing damage as well. And that's all stuff that gets taken into consideration. All of this scrape here, damage to the bed. If this is pre-existing damage, that goes into consideration for what the vehicle's worth versus what the repair costs are going to be, which is how they determine if a vehicle's totaled or not. So let's take a look at the interior. Obviously, this was a work vehicle. Ooh, she blew the bag. Really? Okay, I'm a little shocked about that. That was an awful low hit. I'm surprised that she blew the airbag. Cracked windshield as well. I didn't see that. Leather seats look really nice. I actually kind of like this black interior. Really interesting. White truck with a seriously contrasting black interior. Oh, somebody had their dog in here. Hey, man. I can't hate on you. I put my dog in my cars too, but I don't let my cars get this furry. There's a lot of fur back there. A lot of fur. I like this cover. I have the same backflip on my truck. It is a great cover. Ooh, boy, that's pretty nasty. Yeah, and this backflip here's seen better days. Anyway. She's got power, which is something that doesn't happen all the time here. We have because it's got a blown bag, we've also got blown seatbelt pre-tensioner. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, and it smells just, ooh. It's pretty rough. Yeah, it smells pretty bad. But I'll bet the exhaust sounds really good. Let's see if we can turn all this off here. Uh-oh. Shift delayed, pull forward. Okay. Not sure what that means. Oil change required, no big deal. Shift delayed, pull forward. That's bizarre. Brakes feel good. Let's turn off the radio. We don't need any of that stuff. Let's put it in reverse. Ooh. Ooh. And it's not in 4x4 either. Did I just get an oil pressure light? I sure did. Okay, well, that's my sign to shut her down. Interesting. So I was thinking maybe, you know, it ran into a parking block or something, but we've got a low oil pressure light and the transmission seemed to be having a little bit of trouble there. I didn't see anything under here broken. The skid plate looks okay. Let's take a closer look from the side. Oh, you know what? I missed this. The frame rail is really tweaked here. Really tweaked. Like real bad. This is not a light hit. This is a hard hit. Look at that frame rail. It is smashed. Smashed. I still don't know why the oil pressure is low though, because I don't see a drop of oil or anything leaking out from under here. I don't. No, it's dry as a bone under here. Huh. It's dry as a bone. Transmission will not go into gear. Oil pressure is low. Let's see if we can figure this out. So obviously that frame rail being smashed like that is a problem. That's a big problem. In fact, you can really look down here and see the difference. All right, here's the frame rail on the driver's side. Pretty good. And look at the passenger side. I mean, it's just done. Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot more serious than I thought. All right, my bad. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I don't see a drop of oil leaking anywhere out from underneath this truck. I just do not. I would check the oil, but it's way over here and I can't really reach. I almost need to step up on the bumper and I'm just not willing to do that right now. Okay, well guys, I actually had some high hopes for this one. I really did, but that frame rail, absolutely not. Between the frame rail, low oil pressure, and the fact that it doesn't want to shift into drive. As soon as I put it into drive, so that grinding noise, that sounded like the transfer case or something. I don't know, something is very wrong because it will not go into gear. So that's going to be a wrap for the 2013 F-150. Let's move on to the next one. Next on my list, we got a 2006 Scion. These things sell like hotcakes, guys, and it's the right color too. Somebody put this wire mesh grill in. I'm not a big fan of that. I think that actually looks kind of weird, but this one's listed as a non-runner, and I find all the time when I come out here that the non-runners a lot of times run. Sometimes it just takes a little finagling. You got to fiddle around with the cables on the battery or something, but if it was a manual, I'd be a lot happier. She's an automatic. These are good cars. You know why? Because it's a Toyota. Toyotas are great cars, guys. Good color. Let's pop the hood. Let's take a look at the fluids. 120,000 miles on the clock. It's a good looking car. It's a real good looking car. It doesn't smell bad either. It actually smells pretty good. And I got the booster pack right over there because it's dead as a doornail. All right. You know what I love about these? They're relatively easy to work on. Parts are cheap. Parts are readily available. Look at the starter. You got the starter right there on top, so you don't even have to climb underneath this thing. If you broke down the side of the road, you could change your starter with basic hand tools. Valve cover gasket's leaking a little bit. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and put the hood prop up. All right, we'll start with the oil. Ooh, well, she doesn't have much. She doesn't have much oil at all. That's very concerning. All right, that's not good. What do you think, locked up engine? That's kind of what I'm thinking. I just sat here and bragged about how good these things were too. Hey, it all comes down to maintenance though, guys. If you don't take care of your car, I mean, it's not going to take care of you. Orange coolant, I'm pretty sure that's what Toyota uses. That's the color Toyota uses, is orange. That cap is a real bear, man. I hate these plastic radiators. I really do. I've always hated them. Ugh. Okay, we're having trouble getting that back on. I'll figure that out in a minute. Trans, let's take a look. Trans fluid is a little dirty. It's definitely a little burnt. Huh, I don't know, guys. Yeah, comment below and tell me what you think of the little Scion. I guess what we're gonna have to do is go get the booster pack and see what I mean. This is what I'm talking about right here. Is people out here at the auction, they don't have time to play with these things. This week alone, they've got over 700 cars running through the auction. 700. So what they do, when they come in, they put a jump pack on it. If it starts, great. If it doesn't, down the road it goes as a non-runner. It may just be, look at the corrosion. This is nasty. It may just need a little bit of finagling. She might fire up. Let's find out. Gotta give a shout out to the NoCo GB150. This thing is always putting in work, guys. I've been using these for well over a year now, and they are solid, man. Rock solid. If this thing won't fire it up, nothing will. Let's go ahead and put the key in the ignition. Let's see what she does. All right, good news. We got lights. Things are happening here. Sounds like it's locked up. Yep. Yeah, she's done, guys. And look at this. Scion TC Release Series 2.0 number 828 of 2600. So this is a special edition Scion right here. It's still got the books. And you know what else is great? You see this Tpms Reset button right here? All right, a lot of times you got to have a special tool. You got to go to the dealership or Walmart or something to get your TPMS light reset. As long as your sensors are still working, you can push that, you can reset them. And in some cases, you can even turn them off so you don't get that stupid light. I want to try it one more time just because I'm optimistic. Yeah, that's a wrap. This one's done. Well, that's what happens when you run your car out of oil, guys. I mean, take a look at this. It's completely and utterly empty. Yeah, she's done. I mean, it's not that big a deal to put an engine in it. These are cheap cars. The engines are relatively cheap as well. You can find them just about any junkyard. As you can see, easy to work on. You got your front motor mount right here, or your side motor mount right here. Got another motor mount on the front right there. There'll be another one somewhere on the back underneath. It's a very easy car to work on. Everything is up top, lots of room. So I'm not opposed to putting an engine in it. We'll just have to wait and see what the bids go for on this car, whether it makes it worth my while or not. Next on my list, a 2018 Infiniti Q50. This is going to be, I believe, an all-wheel drive. It's a twin-turbo 3-liter V6. This thing is a beast. Listed as a run and drive. It's got a little bit of damage to the front. And I know you're probably thinking, how could this total the car? Trust me, this didn't total the car. The damage here is actually pretty minimal. I'm looking at the frame rail down there. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, it looks nice and straight. Fender liner is still good. Obviously, headlight is missing, so it's probably done. Everything there looks good. There's a slight bend here. That could be fixed. Front bumper's got a hole in it. You know, I don't know. Would you replace the bumper, or would you just patch that up? I'm thinking I would probably patch that instead of replace it. You've got some, I don't know. I don't think these wheels look very good on this car. In fact, the back ones look really bad. I don't like these, but to each their own, you know. I'm not trying to offend anybody. The rocker cover is missing down here. There's definitely a ding in this. This is all going to be aluminum, I'm sure. But this right here, look how wide this is. I don't like that. Now, again, to each their own, but I don't think that tire sticking out like that's a good thing. I just don't like the way that looks. Taillight missing over here, but I don't see any real damage. I do notice the bumper is sticking out a little bit there. Somebody had the tow hook in it, I guess, or this just popped out. Oops. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Put that back. There we go. Put that back. I don't want to be responsible for that. I took a little bit of a hit here. It doesn't look like it damaged the suspension. This rear quarter is done though. In fact, tail lamp pocket should come on new quarter. So what they're saying is that you order a quarter panel for this and you're going to get everything that you need to fix this. It doesn't look like we have any damage on the inner structure here on the inside, which is good. The damage here isn't that bad. That's not that bad. This could be fixed. However, this right here, that's a wrap, man. That's a wrap. So it's got a pretty good hit. And in the pictures, it's really hard to see how much damage there really is. So I decided I want to come out here to look at this for myself, even though this is obviously outside of my price range. All right, the interior, I mean, it looks pretty good. There's that rocker cover. It may be okay. That's gonna be the headlight assembly. Let's move over to the front and take a look. That headlight assembly is probably not cheap. There's your tail light as well. Is it damaged? It's scraped up. It could be buffed out. Looks like the tail light assembly is good. I'm gonna bet there's damage to the headlight though. We'll see. I hear things rattling around in it, so. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, well, headlight assembly is a no-go. Oh, it's got both rocker panels, both rocker covers. All right, well, hey, this thing should be a run and drive, right? This may not be all-wheel drive. I may have been wrong about that. It is a run and drive. 41,870 miles. She's got power too. Oh, let's fire it up. A little quiet for my taste. I prefer it to be a little louder, but that's just me. Oh, we can turn that climate control off. We don't need that. We don't need climate today. All right, I love this center stack right here. Like this is sexy. This is sexy. I like this. I like this a lot. Let's see if we can hear turbos. No, not really. Not really. Put it in gear. Reverse. Drive. Yeah. All right, she goes forward and backwards. Got some cards in the mirror there. That's probably illegal. Anything hanging from your rearview mirror in Oklahoma is considered a obstruction of your view or something like that, obstructing your view. So be warned, guys and gals. Varies state to state, but fact of the matter is, most of the time, if you got things hanging, dangling down your windshield from your rear view, most likely it's illegal, and you can get pulled over for nothing else other than just having something dangling from your mirror. So be careful. Be careful. Now, if you ain't doing nothing wrong, you got nothing to worry about. But if you got anything you're not supposed to have on you, it'd really suck to get pulled over for having some air fresheners hanging from your rear view mirror, wouldn't it? That would be awful. What are you in jail for today? Oh, I had air fresheners hanging from my windshield wiper. I mean, from my windshield wiper, from my rear view mirror. No, I'd have to come up with something better than that. That'd be embarrassing. All right, she's a mover and a groover, guys. Again, outside of my price range, but I figured we'd take a peek at it anyway because she's a nice car. I know some of you are going to ask, how is it possible that I come out here and I say that some of these cars are outside of my price range when I go out and spend ridiculous money on brand new cars and brand new motorcycles? And to answer that, for any of you that have been wondering, the answer to that question is very simple, okay? I can go to my bank and I can get a loan any day of the week for this car. Brand new if I want to, right off the showroom floor, no issue. My bank will not ask any questions. They don't ask me for income verification. It's just, you want this car? Fine, you can have it. Go get it. Okay, now if I call my bank and I tell them that I got this particular car right here, 2018 salvage title, guess what they're going to tell me? They're going to tell me, nope, not a chance. You know why? This car does not have a reconstructed title. If it had a reconstructed title already, that would be a different story. My bank is happy to loan money on reconstructed cars, rebuilt title cars. No issue on that. The issue is they will not loan a single dime on this car because it has a salvage title, and I can't reconstruct the title until I buy the car and fix it, which requires money that I don't have. So for those of you that have been wondering why it is we look at these nice cars and I'm always complaining about how my bank won't give me the money for it, that's why. That's why. Now, there may be a bank out there or something somewhere that I just haven't found yet that has no issue loaning money on salvage cars so that you can rebuild them. I just haven't found it at least out here where I'm at for me yet. So don't think that I don't want to, or that I wouldn't love to. I absolutely would love to. It's just a matter of, you know, my banks, and I've got several banks that I deal with out here. Not a one of them will loan a single dollar, not a penny, on a salvage title car. Now, I know a lot of you probably clicked on the video because you wanted to see the 85 El Camino, right? And I'm not sure if this is an El Camino SS or what, but guys, these things have been around for so long, they've been modified, so it could have been a base model with a V6. Yes, I do believe these came with a 3.8 liter V6, and it can have a 454 in it now. All right, there's just no telling. Now, this car does have a problem, as you can see, okay? She's a start, not a drive. I'm going to assume that the transmission or drive shaft has been destroyed. Okay, you can see in here the bed has a horrible slope. The back window's been busted out. Now you're probably wondering why I would be looking at this, why I would even be interested in this, especially when we get to the other side. Okay, let's take a look at the other side. It's done. Let's just be real. This is done. Okay, she took a hit in the back end. Now, crazy thing is the bumper is not that bad. The bumper has shock absorbers. Back in the old school days like this, the bumpers had shock absorbers before they went to the frame rail. So those shock absorbers would absorb the impact when something hit the bumper and try to prevent you from bending the frame. It was kind of an ingenious idea. This does have an SS badge on it. Something tells me that's probably not original. That's probably an AutoZone badge. But, I mean, as you can clearly see, the quarter is done. I mean, it's all the way up. It is buckled here. The door is overlapping the rear quarter. And it's actually a shame this door is damaged. That's one of the things I was looking at on this. The pillar is damaged as well, and it goes all the way up to the roof. So, I mean, this is a bad wreck. It may not look that bad, but I'm telling you, this was a bad wreck. It's got SS badges on the side over here as well. I'm looking at this for a reason, guys. I have found a couple El Caminos. One of them is swamp vet territory, meaning it has been exposed to the elements for many, many years. It doesn't look like it has run in many, many years. I'm looking for a car that'd be a great parts car. Now, this car is completely totaled, which makes it a perfect candidate for a parts car. It's got everything that I would need to bring back to life the one that basically looks like Swamp Vet. Swamp Vet series did so well on YouTube. I mean, it did better than any video I have ever done before. Over 500,000 views. I do have a few videos that have covered 1 million views, but that's over an extended period of time. Swamp Vet hit 500,000 views in very, very short order. So I got to thinking it would be fun to do something like that again. Let's find an El Camino. I've never had an El Camino on the channel. I love the El Camino. And I thought, this car is a perfect donor car because it is wrecked. It is done. The door panels are decent. That's hard to find. Glass is good, tinted. This door is good. This fender is good. The hood, the front clip. There are a lot of parts. Let me tell you, the El Camino that I'm looking at, and it may not be an El Camino. It may be, what did they call it? A GMC Sprint. I think it was a GMC Sprint or something like that. It's in bad shape. It's in bad shape, guys. Oh, I didn't see this. This door is damaged. Dang it, man. That sucks. I mean, it can be fixed. It's just, you know, it costs more money. It's got some good parts. That's the point. It's got some good parts. Mainly, the parts that I'm most interested in are the interior. Okay, the interior of that car, it has no windows. Because it has no windows and it sat in the elements for years, the dashboard is destroyed. Now, somebody put a cap on this. This is very common. This is a cheap way of doing it, but it looks pretty good, in my opinion. They hot glued a cap over, and that's fine. That's fine. But, you know, we have some of the trim. I like the sport gauges that this has right here. You know, you've got your, oh, you don't have a tack. That's a clock. I thought that was a tack. Okay. Well, you got oil pressure and volts and, yeah, some other things. The headliner is falling down, but I like that they've done a seat conversion on it as well. These are obviously not the factory seats. So it's got a center console as well. Someone just kind of threw that in there, but still, it's nice. You got some cup holders. There are some things that this particular car has that I feel like I could definitely use, including all of this chrome trim is missing because the windshield is missing. Very, very useful stuff here, guys. Let's take a look and see what she's working with under the hood here. Can you tell I'm really interested in this one? Like really, 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 ooh, hey now. Okay, and this is where she becomes a little more valuable. It looks like this engine, it's not new, but I'd say she doesn't look that old. That's a Wind intake, all right? The engine looks very clean. It's got a serpentine belt setup. Very nice. All aluminum. These are like, I think these are billet aluminum pulleys. You got some really thick, what are these, man? These are what, 8mm? Yeah, 8mm. These are 8mm plug wires. All right. Probably an Edelbrock carb. I can't tell for sure, but I bet that's an Edelbrock under there. On a Wind intake, you know, some relatively cheap flame valve covers. Let's go ahead and take a look at the oil, see what she looks like. Ooh. Okay, well, I was hoping for a little better. The dipstick says China on it, so all right. All right, get in there. She doesn't want to go back in. Get in the hole. Come on. The dipstick is definitely not, dipstick's not cooperating. I think I forgot to mention, but we have headers. Those are long tubes too. Those are long tube headers. Those look pretty nice. It's listed as a runner. I can't get the dipstick to go back in. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out if we have any blow-by. Let's go ahead and check the coolant real quick, see what that looks like. It's still running on a good old mechanical fuel pump. I mean, it's not terribly old. It would be great if the transmission is still intact under there, but with that kind of a hit, I don't know. She does have coolant, bright green coolant. It's a little bit low, but she's got coolant nonetheless. Okay, this is great, guys. Let's see if she's got trans fluid. She does. Bright trans fluid. That looks really, really good. This could be promising. This could be promising, guys. The transmission might be okay in this. Let me try to get this back in here. This is the main thing that I want this car for. All right, it looks like it's got an engine that someone took pride in. The transmission is probably good. This would go perfect, along with just about everything else that I could scrap off of this car for the other one I'm bidding on right now. This is perfect. Okay, and she's dead, right? Yeah, she's dead as a doornail. Okay, let me grab a booster pack. Let's throw a jump on this. I want to hear this thing run. I'm noticing this too. Look at what somebody rigged up here for one of the heater hoses. That's different, but I guess it works. All right. Okay, let's fire it up, man. Who knows? It may have a little exhaust on it too, and we could use that for the other car as well. Hey, look, we got lights. Let's give it a few pumps. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Okay. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Turn signal stalk is broken. I think I want to let it idle for a little bit, guys. Obviously, being carbureted, you're not going to be able to, you know, just start. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, you can. She revs good. It actually sounds really good. Really good. Let's come back here. I wonder if it's got pipes running out the back, or if they're up under the axle dumped. They're dumped. That's good. That's good. We could probably use the exhaust off of this too. Fuel tank is still in good shape. And on the other one, I'm betting the fuel tank is no good. Another thing, we got all of this chrome, all of this trim. This car is a perfect parts car, guys. It really is. It's a perfect parts car. Oh, she's leaking gas. She's leaking gas out of one of the throttle blade seals. You can see it leaking right there onto the intake. Yeah. Not quite sure what that noise is. That sounds like a vacuum leak or something. All right, well, I would love to let it run a little bit longer, but with the fuel leaking off the carburetor, that would be very, very irresponsible. I don't want to burn the car down. I'm actually, this is the complicated part, guys, is let's give it a couple revs and we'll shut her down. Okay. It goes into gear. It does. The trans is good. It just doesn't move because of the rear end. Yeah, trans is good. Let's shut her down before she gets warm. All right, that's everything I needed. So the trans is, I can't say with 100% certainty the transmission is good, but it does go into gear. It does try to pull forward and backwards. So I feel confident that the transmission is okay. The engine's okay. Obviously the carburetor needs a little bit of work. Pull it out. We'll clean this engine up a little bit, make her look a little bit better. But yeah, I was going to pull that off, but I'm not going to. Let's just leave everything alone. This is an excellent candidate for a donor car. It really is. It really is. I don't know what it's going to go for. We don't know anything about the engine other than I can almost assure you that's going to be a 350. It could be a 5.0. Hell, it may be original. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think anybody would go back with a 5.0. If you're going to tear into it and basically do a rebuild or whatever, you're not going to put a 5.0 back in it. You're going to drop a 350 in it. So, again, not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't know. It could be either or, but what I do know is that, oh, somebody had to smash in one of these headers to clearance the control arm there. You see that header right there at the top of the screen? Yeah, someone had to smash that in so it would clear the control arm. That's not good. That's not good. But either way, the important things are it runs, it goes into gear. Okay, that means the motor and transmission are perfect for the other car because I'm going to bet the other one probably will not run. The gas tank is good on it. We'll probably need that for the other one as well. We got lots of parts like the front clip, the grille, the bumper, the fenders, the hood. We got windows, which the other one doesn't have. The only thing that this one doesn't have is the rear glass here, but that's fine. We got the quarter wing windows there. We've got the glass here. We got the doors, mirrors. It's got decent tires. I actually really like these wheels. Some of you probably going to hate them, but I love these old school steel wheels with the beauty rings and the center cap. This thing is perfect for what I would use it for, 100%. But like I said, the tricky part is, guys, the tricky part is winning both of them. Because if I win the other one and I don't win this one, well, that's a problem. It means the other one has to sit until we find a donor car. So it would really take a small miracle to win both cars so that we could build one good one out of them. If you're interested in seeing an El Camino on the channel, hit that thumbs up button right now and drop a comment below and let me know that you'd be interested in seeing a rebuild on an El Camino. Next on my list is one that I was interested in, but I'm not so interested in anymore after just walking around and taking a quick look at it. This is a 2006 Infiniti, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a QX56, I think. I don't know. Yes, the QX56. Thank God I got it right. I've been doing this too long to not know what some of these cars are, guys. She's pretty rough. It's listed as a non-runner, but as I said earlier, a lot of times you can come out here and just spend 2 or 3 minutes with them, and you'll find that these non-runners sometimes actually run. They just need a little bit of extra attention. The paint is gone. There is none. I don't know how well that comes out on camera, but it's pretty bad. The interior is it's pretty bad. There's a ratchet strap holding things down. It smells like in here. It's just this is in bad shape. You know, 224,000 miles on the odometer. It's pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. It's all cracked up. But I figure since we're already out here, let's go ahead and just throw a jump on it. let's see if we can get it to do anything. You know, hell, it could be locked up for all we know, but we're not going to know anything until we actually try. So, okay, let's make sure that doesn't fall down because that's a big hood. All right, well, 5.6 liter, covered in oil, grease, power steering fluid. This one is so nasty that I don't really want to touch anything at all. So I'm gonna put a booster pack on it and we'll just find out what it does or doesn't do. Gotta love all of the fuses right here at the battery post. Any one of them go, there's a good chance it won't run either. And you can see somebody's been beating on the positive terminal there with a hammer. So there's definitely a possibility we could have something blown over there. But let's just go ahead and throw a jump pack on it. Let's see what the hell, see what it does. All right, let's take a look at it. I have a bonus vehicle that I'm debating showing you guys. I don't know if I want to put it in this video or not, but I think we could get away with doing one extra today. It's on my watch list. I really want it because it's unique, but let's turn all that off. I just don't know if you guys would be interested in it, and I would hate to spend a bunch of money on something and find out that you guys are not interested in it. So, oh. That sounds real bad. Okay. I called it. I promise you guys, I didn't cheat. I didn't put a jump pack on it and try to fire it up before I showed it to you guys. I really didn't. That's we know what that is. That's a locked up engine. Which doesn't surprise me because it looks like all of the oil came out of it and leaked all over under the hood. So I can't say I'm too surprised. Now the other car that I'm interested in, it's sitting, well, just right down there past the i3. Oh, wow. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to fall that hard. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know, guys. You want me to show it to you? Do you want to see it? All right, let's go look at it. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Don't do it, right? Don't do it. This is a Cadillac Hearse. And while I tend to avoid Cadillacs like the plague because of their highly unreliable and notoriously bad head gasket bolts, or head bolts, I should say, this North Star only has 40,000 miles on her. Now, granted, she's got age, and I think age as well as mileage plays a role in the aluminum deteriorating and the head bolts pulling out of the heads. So it's risky for a lot of reasons. It's risky, number one, because there aren't a whole ton of these available to the public. They do exist. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that there are not a bunch of these available to the public. Parts for these are probably going to be expensive. This door is obviously gone. This door is obviously gone, assuming that was even a door. I wouldn't think that would be, it was a door. It was. And they've got both doors back there, and they are destroyed. Boy. I'm going to assume that door is going to be expensive. I'm going to assume that door is going to be very expensive. Luckily, we have the glasses for the doors, so that helps. We can't really... Let's take a look at the pillar. I saw that someone had done pillar work to this, all right? So obviously the pillar had been damaged in the accident. Somebody's done a little bit of resurfacing work on this. Everything else looks okay, though. I think this would be fine. Just a matter of getting two doors to put back on it, and you could drive this down the road. 40-something thousand miles, guys. It's been rained in, so yeah, she's been wet. That's obviously not good. I really need to get in this one. I'm not quite sure how to accomplish that at this point. Yeah, that's not going to help me any. Great. Okay, well, let's see if we can... I'll put all this back, but I can't get in from that side because of the glass, and I can't really get in. Maybe I can climb under it. No. Ow, sheesh. Ooh, that was sharp. That was sharp. I caught my elbow on the place where that rubber trim usually goes. Okay, let's put the key in the ignition and see. I don't think she's going to do anything. I bet the lights, the interior lights have been left on from, no, they haven't. Okay, please forgive me, guys. That was rough. That was rough. Ooh. What do you think, dead battery? Oh, I sure hope so, because I'm really interested in this one because it's a very bizarre, unique car. I really like this. I really like this a lot. And it, to me, it looks like all it needs is a couple doors and some weather stripping. Very, very easy. Yeah, I banged my elbow pretty good under there. Oh, there's that famous North Star. I hear the blower motor going. Okay, let's grab the booster pack as usual, and let's put a jump on this thing. Let's see how she sounds. Something tells me this one's going to be healthy. I think this is going to be very, very healthy. This is nice. Now, what would I ever do with a hearse? I have no idea. I have no idea. Didn't Sam Crack buy one? I keep thinking a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Sam Crack purchased a hearse. We got door panels in here. We've actually got a lot of good stuff in the back here, guys. A lot of good stuff. Yeah. I'm kind of thankful it doesn't have the casket. All right. Yeah, this is very unique. Very, very, very unique. There's the mirror. Like I said, there are a lot of usable parts in this, guys. So it's on my watch list. I'm just not 100% sure that this is something that I would want to get into, especially if the views aren't going to be any good on it. I've got a feeling this car will probably go for some money. Let's throw the jump pack on. Let's see what she does. All right, moment of truth. I think this time, instead of going through the other side, I think we're just gonna come through here. No. Wow. Okay, so it doesn't run. Well, that changes everything. That changes everything. If she doesn't run, then I have no interest in it. It's got voltage, 11.2. A little low, but I mean, it's enough that it should at least try to crank. Every other car is cranked. I guess I could try putting my foot on the brake pedal. Some of these cars do require you to put your foot on the brake. Now all of this wasn't me, man. This stuff is all just kind of falling off here over time. Yeah, you can see it's all dirty, so I didn't do that, but we can climb under here. I'll put my foot on the brake. Oh, there we go. It just needed my foot on the brake. She won't stay running. Okay, we may have to two-foot it here. 1 foot on the brake, 1 foot on the gas. Oh, she is spitting and sputting. And she died. We're not off to a good start, guys. Come on, old girl. You only got 40,000 miles on you. You're like, come on. What's the problem here? All right. We do have a brake light on, and as soon as you let off the gas, she dies. As soon as you let off the gas, she dies. That's bizarre. I don't see a check engine light. Let's put it in gear. She goes into gear, forward and backward, very nicely. But as soon, come on. She's running now. All right, she's running. Ah, there we go. There we go, she's running. Okay, that changes things. Let me climb out of this. This is awkward as hell, guys. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. All right. Hey, that's better. That's a lot better. I can go and shut this off. She's running on her own. Alternator's charging. I am a little concerned that it did not want to run. Let's go back to the back here. Another thing I want to see is these rocker panels. Are these rockers damaged anywhere or no? Rockers look good. See if we got any smoke. I don't see any smoke coming out of her either. So that's good. Okay. Well, that's pretty much everything I need to know. She runs. She goes into gear. Alternator's charging. It sounded like the air conditioning worked. I heard the air compressor kick on. It's idling nice. She's quiet. Very quiet. I don't know, guys. Comment below right now. What do you think of the Cadillac Hearse? I don't even remember what year this is. I think it's like an 06. It's an 04. Ooh, 04. I think 04 was one of the bad years for the North Star. I mean, most of the years I think were bad years for the North Star, but I'm pretty sure that 04 was either one of the really bad years for North Star, or it's the year that they figured out the issue and strengthened up the bolt holes that go into the block. I can't remember. Then again, I could be totally wrong about the whole thing. Hell, I don't know. Comment below, guys. All that matters now is, what do you think? Yes or no? Should we attempt to win the Cadillac Hearse? I'm tempted to bid on it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know what I want to buy this week. I really don't. Well, I can't say buy. Okay, all I can do is bid. Every time I think for sure I've got something locked down, somebody always comes in and outbids me. It's difficult buying cars right now. It really is. The car market is super, super hot. Even on some of the junkiest cars, the prices go too high. So definitely let me know what you're interested in seeing. Is the Hearse something you're interested in? I don't know. Are you interested in seeing a rebuild with a donor car on a Chevy El Camino / GMC? I think it was a Sprint, right? A Sprint or a Spirit? A GMC Sprint something. Cabello? I don't remember. Anyway, comment below, guys. Tell me what you're interested in. Don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I know a lot of you are not following me on TikTok yet, but we're getting close to that 10,000 followers. And the best part about TikTok is you don't have to wait for these videos to come out. I do individual videos of certain cars, the ones that I think are the best ones, on TikTok for you guys to check out. So go over there, Auto Auction Rebuilds on TikTok. The link is down below to everything. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. Go over there and follow me. Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody, because I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon in the next one.